Good morning once again to all our viewers. Our first session for today is hosted by ProcessWare. ProcessWare and Creative Control Panel are the only software solutions designed ground up exclusively for flavors and fragrance, aroma chemicals, essential oils, and allied process industries. Currently, ProcessWare and Creative Control Panel customers are successfully running operations in several countries across the globe. They work with leading industry organizations such as FCA, WFFC, and NAFFS in USA, FAFAI in India, and IFRA globally to keep up with the latest regulatory issues. Joining us today from ProcessWare is Mr. Harmander Bindra. A very warm welcome to you, sir, and thank you for joining us once again for the second year in a row. Over to you, sir, to begin the session.
Thank you, Krish, for the warm welcome. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and all our friends in the F&F industry. I feel privileged today to be the first speaker in this unique virtual bazaar organized by FAFAI. I thank FAFAI for providing us this platform to interact with our friends in the F&F industry and look forward to sharing some of our experiences with all of you. So this morning, I would like to share some of our experiences of our implementations across the globe and our recent product offerings and the recent trends which we are seeing in technology. And what better way to start today's session with technology at the virtual bazaar. As Krish had mentioned, and ProcessWare has been involved in the flavor and fragrance industry for over 25 years now. And our main products, which is ProcessWare, which is a complete end-to-end solution, and our recent product offering, Creative Control Panel, is totally tailor-made and designed for the flavor, fragrance, aroma, chemicals, essential oil industry. What we believe in is providing a global solution with local flavors, because we have our implementations across the countries, across different parts of the globe, including US, Canada, Thailand, and Asia, India, Turkey, Indonesia, Sri Lanka, and other countries. So we always believe in localizing based on the region and requirements. So these are some of the countries where our presence has been, and we have always catered to the local requirements, and that's the key. What we actually believe in is not only providing a software solution, which is obviously unique to the industry, but our knowledge across the domain experience across the years is what we provide to our customers, and that is what differentiates us with other software service providers. We have our in-house and inbuilt domain knowledge in this industry, which has helped us to do successful implementations. So these are some of the things which you would like probably to do when you're doing your R&D. You would like to do your sample requests, your link your customer briefs with your product portfolio, and you would like to see your landed costs and other things. So now I'm moving over to our recent product offering, which is the Creative Control Panel. This is exclusively designed to meet the R&D and project management needs of any flavor or fragrance company. So in case you have, whether it's big or small, if you have an R&D setup where you receive customer requests and you do your creations based on that, and then you handle your evaluations, this is the product which takes care of it in a very, very specific manner. So we offer you a formula manager, we have the collections and library, we have the project management piece, we have the evaluations, obviously we have the regulatory compliance, and we have the application and sample manager in this. Just sharing with you a snapshot of the formula manager of the Creative Control Panel. Here you will see that you can compare up to multiple formulas. In this example, we have about 6 formulas which you can compare and side by side work on it. And if you see the other tools up here, you can request for a sample, create share your formula with a co-worker, and other things are available, including regulatory and other things. So you can review your costing across different formulas at the same time and work on it simultaneously, which is actually a very unique feature which we provide. All of you are aware that now regulatory compliance has become a huge demand in our industry, and we provide you with a complete IFRA regulatory compliance all in one click. So you can actually see the maximum dosage allowed for your creation. These are mainly for the fragrance manufacturers across the different IFRA classes at a snapshot. So you will be aware that, okay, for each of these IFRA classes, you can what is the maximum dosage allowed, if there is something which is a controlled substance, or if there is something wherein you have IFRA restricted material, then what is the allowed, how much is it allowed, everything can be taken care of. These are all your ingredients are linked to your CAS numbers, and based on that we handle this entire IFRA regulation piece. Okay, so this is something again for our flavor manufacturers mainly, and even I think recently the fragrance manufacturers also need to declare, send ingredient declarations to their customers. We provide this with a flexible option. If you see here on my screen, we have a portion wherein you can actually define the minimum reporting percentage from where the ingredient declaration will get generated. Then we can have the print options of with the concentration percentage, with FEMA number, CAS number, and other options. So this gives you the flexibility of sharing your ingredient declaration, but at the same time, that little bit trade secret which you don't want to give it out is always there for you to manage. Okay, so in Creative Control Panel, again, we have this unique feature called rationalizing a formula, because what happens, you will face it on your day-to-day basis, is that you might have two or more, you might have the same ingredient, you might be adding the same ingredient multiple times while working on a fragrance or flavor formula. So with real life experiences we've come across over the years, we have provided this unique feature of rationalizing a formula at the click of a button, so that, you know, when you explode the dilution and then rationalize the ingredients, the process will merge the two ingredients, for example, vanillin, and it'll all come out in one, the entire quantity which you need for that particular ingredient. So sample management is basically a part and parcel of the Creative Control Panel. Here, what we've always seen is that for the R&D journey of a product, sample is the key. So whether it is a customer sample which you have to send out, or it is an application sample you're requesting your application lab, or it is an in-house sample which you want to test for any of your creations and do the evaluations, everything is completely tracked in a seamless manner. Again, an example of the sample management request which is there. So here you can see you can print the ingredient code or the ingredient name, or flexible. All flexible options are there. You can enter the sample quantity and generate it, so that your sampling person who's in charge in the lab can just make the sample and pass it on to the evaluation. So this is all the sample and application samples by click of a button. The Creative Control Panel again provides you a unique message alert notification kind of a system, wherein if there are multiple people working on a formula or a customer project, they will be notified whenever there is an update made. So this is a complete message inbox which is available for every person in the R&D department or the sales department, which is linked to the process. So this was something which we wanted to share on a Creative Control Panel offering. And the best part is a lot of our existing ProcessWare customers are now enhancing their R&D department and setups by adapting to Creative Control Panel, which again will seamlessly interact and integrate with ProcessWare. So this is the project dashboard again, which is again available at the CCP, where you can see the the projects which are open. You can see it by the applications like home care, hair wash, etc. So a lot of flexible reporting options are there for you to analyze and see which of your fragrance or flavors for which applications are doing well, or which are the customer requests are coming for what applications for your flavor or fragrances. So like I said, this is a complete robust R&D offering which we have, and project management, and this can seamlessly integrate with ProcessWare, which is people in our industry by now are very familiar with, is handles your complete operations right from your formulation, production. We have a production stages, which is actually for the ingredient manufacturers, essential oil manufacturers, mints, others also. So we take care of the ingredient manufacturers as well as the end fragrance and flavor manufacturers. So again, we have the quality control, regulatory compliance, sales, purchasing, inventory. These are all heart of the system. And of course, we have accounting option, which some of our existing customers are using as an integrated option from us, from ProcessWare. So we have this integrated quality control. So whether it is an incoming raw material which comes in, automatically when you do your goods receipt or a GRN, we can create a sample request automatically, which goes into your QC department. After the QC has actually tested and approved the sample, then only the material can move into your inventory or stores. Likewise, integrated QC means that even your existing production process, in-house QC will be taken care of, as well as your customer shipments, before you send it out to the customers, entire QC testing, document generations, chart of accounts, every chart of your certificate of analysis, everything will get generated from the system itself. So you see here, you have to define your test methods and you have to define your conformance criteria, and that's a one-time setup, and after that your QC is completely integrated. Well, this is something which I would like to share is in this industry, obviously, there is a huge requirement wherein you might have a particular material for a product, say a line flavor or fragrance, and you have an internal code. But when you have to sell it to a customer or you're sending it to different customers, you can send it, you would like to send it through different code and name. So this entire linking of customer reference with your internal internal product code and name is taken care of by ProcessWare again. And we also have this unique setup wherein you can, if a particular customer has a specific QC requirement, then you can link that as well in that customer specific product details. So your internal QC might be different, but the customer might actually want 2 or 3 other tests to be done. So we can even link that into the system. Well, today, all of you spend a lot of time in generating your labels, whether it is with the GHS labels, your safety labels, your kosher halal labels, all these documents, labels, and even your internal quality control pass labels, everything is generated by the system itself, so that it is seamlessly, label integration is there. We can enable barcoding as options as well, and which can help you use barcodes on the shop floor. So again, all these labels, which includes your transport requirements in terms of the SDS, everything is generated from the system, from the data in the system itself. Okay, so nowadays, especially, we've noticed in the last 2 years through this pandemic, a lot of raw material challenges have emerged in this industry. People are not finding the raw material or the pricing suitable because it's all a fluctuating market. We have a very robust planning tool of ours, which is like we link our customer orders with our production planning so that you can prioritize your orders. So here in this example, you can give a priority of 1, 2, 3, 4 for specific customer orders, and then you can manage your complete shipment and deliverables based on that. Further, if there are any raw materials which are not available, we have robust tools like our where used option and global search and replace option, where you can do a quick decision and turn around. So we have actually very comprehensive production planning linked to the customer orders as well, which has helped a lot of our customers during this difficult period of time. This is again an example of our production monitoring process, wherein you can monitor your production orders say which of them are open, which are waiting for QC, which have been just recently closed. So this is a dynamic production monitoring screen which we recently implemented at a few customers, so that you can, as soon as a production batch is closed, you'll get the update, and then the QC will get the update for them to go in and test the materials. Okay, so now from here on, I would just like to move on to some of our customer stories. I would like to start with one of the title sponsors of this virtual bazaar, which is Norex Flavors. We've implemented ProcessWare for their flavor and fragrance division, and very recently even for their ingredients manufacturing facility. It's a complete modern setup which they have always believed in, and which has helped us to implement our system seamlessly, and the entire team and the process was mainly managed both on-site and offshore. And we have always got a lot of support from the managing director, Vaibhav Agarwal, who always believes in us and our solution and our domain knowledge. Okay, so obviously, as you all are aware, with the travel restrictions and other things which were in place and hopefully now is opening up, but what we did is to save customer time and cost and everything. We actually moved over to remote implementations, and we have really perfected that. Whether it is a remote training implementation or even support is very nicely handled by our teams. Sitting in different places in India and overseas, and all our customers anywhere in the world have not had any issue in terms of handling the entire project on a remote basis. So one of our recent remote implementations was at A1 Flavors. They are headquartered at Mumbai, and the production facilities at Gujarat. They are using the entire ProcessWare system, including accounting, for over 40 users, and the complete implementation was managed remotely during the pandemic. Just hearing what Chirag Katrani, the partner at A1 Flavors, has to say about this.
We have been using ProcessWare at A1 Flavors for a while now, and it's amazing to see how there is a seamless integration of data for the entire company on just one platform. This resulting information gives us much better control to make quick decisions. The software is user friendly, and we are extremely happy with the ProcessWare team for their constant support. Our best wishes to them. We have been using
Okay, so would like to share some more remote implementation success. We have implemented at Thai Flavor and Fragrance creative control of product offering. Entire flavor and fragrance division and R&D project management is handled by the creative control panel, including your regulatory pieces like halal, kosher. They're mainly flavor manufacturers which take care of which caters to the Southeast Asia market. And Northern Aromatics, which is a subsidiary of Dabur India, implemented the entire ProcessWare system, including accounting, production, planning, quality control, the entire piece. So here we've implemented again at all the units, whether it is at Baddi, Tezpur, Delhi, Ghaziabad, all the facilities, and over about 35-40 users completely running in the entire operations on ProcessWare. This project was also handled mostly on a remote basis. And one of our recent implementations have been at CKC Flavor and Fragrances, based out of Kolkata and West Bengal, wherein we've implemented mainly the formulation, production, and purchasing modules for them. And would like to share Aeropam Ratlam as well, which is headquartered in Madhya Pradesh, and which has a manufacturing facility at Solan, Himachal as well. Again, here the entire formulation, pre-sales, everything is uniquely customized for their needs. Some of our global successes, one of our oldest customers has been Sonarome, which was brought over by Frutarome and then IFF, as all of you all might be aware. And unique part over here is the entire email-based transaction approvals from the management to the different levels is totally handled by ProcessWare. Matrix Flavors, based in Malaysia, again a well-known flavor house. They handle the entire R&D piece working on ProcessWare. They generate the safety data sheets, everything uniquely managed and customized for them. HDTS at Sri Lanka, again, they are into manufacturing, essential oils and related ingredients which are used in the flavor fragrance industry, as well as they have the incense manufacturing facility completely running on ProcessWare. Imperial Fragrances, again, a well-known house in this, and one of our oldest customers, again on ProcessWare, complete production and purchase and planning process, all running on ProcessWare. We have JB Fragrances at Gujarat. Here we have uniquely, this was one of the first setups wherein we linked with the auto dispensing, auto blending systems provided by Vanbic. So we integrated with the Camelot software. Again, not to mention, we also integrated Imperial Fragrances with the Fricky blending systems. So again, like we said, that the recent trends have been of our existing customers moving on to automation, wherein ProcessWare will seamlessly integrate with these automated blending solutions, as we can link it to their softwares. So, listen into what some of our customers feel about ProcessWare.
The beauty of ProcessWare is that it is taking care of all the back-end applications, and we have more time to focus on our creative side of the business. Thank you, ProcessWare.
This is Akshay. We have been using ProcessWare for almost 7-8 years now. It's an extremely useful ERP, especially for our line. Takes care of the nuances specific to fragrance industry, which probably other softwares don't do that.
We at Imperial Fragrances and Flavors Private Limited has been using ProcessWare for quite some time, and it's very user-friendly software, and it's perfectly for perfume industry. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Raghav from Northern Aromatics. We're currently using ProcessWare as our ERP software solution, and I must say it has really made our business activities, our day-to-day activities very easy. ProcessWare, the thing that I most like about ProcessWare is its customization. It helps you customize the software itself customizes as per your own business needs and wants. Our day-to-day activities, from manufacturing to procurement, supply chain, CRM, is all being managed by ProcessWare very well. And the best thing that I like about ProcessWare is its user interface. It's got a very friendly user interface, it's very easy to use, and the customization itself. So I'm really happy to use the software, and I wish you guys the best of luck. And thank you so much.
So that's about it. I just wanted to share also, recently we've been working, as we have our incense media partners as well as Kamda as part of this virtual bazaar. We worked with, recently working with agarbatti manufacturers, wherein they are not only handling their perfume formulations, but also we are doing the batti formulations and other things. So these are the new things which we have been working on recently. So I think that's about it from my side. Any question and answers you all might have, but I thank FAFAI again for this beautiful platform.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bindra. We'll just quickly take one question from the audience. How do we manage the IFRA compliance of different qualities of natural products? Is it managed by your software, or does the customer need to input the data?
Okay, that's a good question. So IFRA is managed by our software. We actually being part of partners with IFRA in North America. So we have all the information based on the IFRA classes available for each of these ingredients, and these are all again linked to the cash numbers. So if your raw materials can be mapped to existing cash numbers, the system can take care of it seamlessly.
Okay. All right. Mr. Bindra, on behalf of FAFAI, I would like to thank you for joining us for today's event. And once again, you've been here with us for the second year in a row. So we thank you for your support.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.